In this video, we will observe the meta and non-meta perk changes that are coming to Dead by Daylight. Make sure and let me know what you think about them as we go along. Alright, let's begin. Barbecue and Chili. This perk is incredibly popular not because it's particularly powerful, but because of the huge amount of blood points it provides. Choosing to go into a match without it massively slows your progression. We do not want blood points to be the driving factor behind perk choices, so we will be removing the blood point bonus. While we understand this change may seem shocking, please keep in mind that this update reduces the grind by about 75% with matchmaking incentives, providing an additional avenue for blood points. We believe this is a necessary step in making the aura reading perks more appealing, as blood point gain will no longer be the deciding factor. A massive part of Hex Ruin's appeal is to not have to stop and kick generators, as well as the ability to passively regress them from a distance. These aspects make Ruin a unique slowdown perk, so we're not looking to change them. To bring Hex Ruin in line with other perks, we're reducing the regression speed to 50, 75, and 100%, down from 100, 150, and 200%. This will reduce its power without destroying its primary appeal. After a survivor is killed, Hex Ruin will automatically deactivate. Pop Goes the Weasel gives killers a controlled way to remove significant progress from a generator of their choosing. Given that kicking a generator now removes 2.5% of its progress by default, we decided to tone down some of the numbers to compensate. This perk will now remove 20% of the generator's current, not total progress. This change will make Pop Goes the Weasel very efficient against generators that are nearly done, but weaker against those with small amounts of progress. Corrupt Intervention. This perk makes the beginning of a match more manageable, forcing survivors to extend deeper into the map before repairing a generator. We aren't looking to change this aspect. Moving forward, the perk will deactivate once a survivor enters the dying state. We believe this change will keep Corrupt Intervention effective in helping the killer build early game pressure while providing a limit to its power. Tinkerer is a popular choice for the information it provides. Being able to prevent a generator from being powered is a game changer, particularly on killers with high mobility. It can, however, become a little oppressive when paired with certain regression perks. Therefore, Tinker can now only activate once per generator. But with the base charges increased to 90, killers will have extra time to approach. The Love and Favored NoED. This perk makes for a very effective comeback tool, though it falls out of favor in high-skill games. We like the way NoED encourages survivors to preemptively cleanse totems, so we're not looking to weaken its direct strength. Instead, survivors will now see the Hex Totem's aura within 4 meters upon activation. This range increases to 24 meters over the course of 30 seconds. We believe this change will keep NoED a strong choice for endgame builds, while encouraging survivors to find the totem and attempt that last-second save. Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. The most recent addition to the meta, Pain Resonance allows the killer to remove a sizable chunk from the most progressed generator by simply hooking a survivor. A loud noise notification also allows the killer to disrupt the survivors before they can continue repairing. A jack of all trades of sorts, granting both a powerful regression effect and crucial information. With that in mind, we are removing the loud noise notification. Instead of exploding, the affected generator will now spark upon losing progress, and survivors will no longer scream. We believe this will ensure Pain Resonance remains a strong regression perk while limiting its information aspect. Dead Hard is by far the most used perk by survivors, and it's easy to see why. In the right hands, it acts like the third health state, allowing a survivor to escape a situation where they would otherwise go down. There are 2 main ways Dead Hard is used: to dodge a hit and for distance, as in getting to a nearby pallet or window. In the latter case, there's not much a killer can do, therefore Dead Hard will now provide the endurance effect for 1 second when activated. If you time it right, you'll prevent the hit and gain a movement speed boost. This will remove Dead Harding for distance and make it solely used to dodge hits, which killers can anticipate and even bait accordingly. One of Decisive Strike's main appeal is its efficacy at preventing tunneling. In light of the upcoming base game changes, we expect Decisive Strike to drop in usage slightly. For the most part, we find the perk to be healthy for the game and easily avoidable for killers who choose not to tunnel an unhooked survivor. That said, at the end of the match, there's often nothing the killer can do to prevent a survivor with Decisive Strike from escaping. Moving forward, Decisive Strike will now deactivate once the exit are powered. In addition, the stun duration has been reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. We'll also be simplifying the description of the perk. Decisive Strike will now be cancelled by conspicuous actions. Borrowed Time. Much like Decisive Strike, this perk gets much of its popularity by granting counterplay against a camping killer. Considering a lighter version of Borrowed Time's effect has been added to the survivor's base kit, we need to update the perk accordingly. Borrowed Time will now extend the duration of the endurance effect of unhooked survivors by 6, 8, and 10 seconds, and increase the movement speed bonus duration by 10 seconds for any survivor you unhook. These effects will be cancelled if the unhooked survivor performs a conspicuous action. While the overall duration with Borrowed Time is longer than before, we expect that having a lighter version in the base kit will cause the usage rates to drop. Iron Will. This perk allows skilled players to mind game more effectively in many areas by silencing grunts of pain. To address its high usage rates, we are lowering the grunts of pain reduction to 25%, 50%, and 75%. Additionally, Iron Will is no longer active when exhausted, though it will not cause exhaustion itself. Though self-care has a divisive reputation among the community, we were surprised to find that its usage peaks in the highest skilled matches. Having a consistent and reliable way to heal at will is a powerful tool in the right hands. On top of that, self-care increases the efficiency of medkits, allowing survivors to squeeze additional heals out of them. To reduce its strength, self-care's heal speed will be lowered to 25%, 30%, and 35%, and the item efficiency bonus has been removed entirely. Spine Chill. This perk excels at alerting survivors when a killer is approaching, and in high-skill lobbies, the vault speed increase becomes the primary draw. There are a few aspects of this perk we'd like to clean up. Spine Chill will now only activate if the killer has a clear line of sight to the survivor. This will remove the awkward counterplay where the killer must look away to ensure a stealthy approach. Next, we'll be adding a short, 0.5 seconds, lingering effect to Spine Chill. This will prevent the perk icon from flickering when the killer looks around and makes the action speed boost more consistent. Finally, we'll be removing the vault speed bonus entirely as it does not suit the perk's nature. Overcharge. Along with its current effects, Overcharge will cause a kick generator's regression speed to grow from 100% to 400% over a course of 30 seconds. Survivors will want to stop this generator from regressing as soon as possible. Eruption release with fairly safe numbers, but upon reflection we're comfortable with increasing them. We have upped the generator's regression penalty to 10% and the duration of the incapacitated effect to 15, 20, and 25 seconds. Knockout. Those of you who like to leave the survivors on the ground can have a little more peace of mind. In addition to its current effect, Knockout will cause dying survivors to crawl 50% slower for 15 seconds and reduce the recovery speed by 25%. Coulrophobia. To make healing in the killer's terror radius even more unappealing, Coulrophobia will now increase the speed of skill checks by 50% on top of its current effect. Dark Devotion. This perk is great for confusing and sneaking up on survivors, but the basic attack requirement makes it unappealing for certain killers. Dark Devotion will now activate whenever the obsession loses a health state. Jolt allows the killer to regress generators by simply downing a survivor. To make it more consistent and punish careless survivor plays, we have removed the cooldown. Lethal Pursuer. So you like aura reading, huh? On top of the existing effect, Lethal Pursuer will now extend the duration of all aura reading effects by 2 seconds. Scourge Hook Gift of Pain. This perk also shipped with safer numbers, so we'll be increasing the action speed penalty to 10, 13, and 16%. Thanatophobia. Another quick one. We are increasing the action speed penalty to 4.5, 5, and 5.5% per survivor for a maximum of 18, 20, and 22%. Scourge Hook Monstrous Shrine. Long have we waited. Monstrous Shrine has received a rework. This perk will now convert all basement hooks to Scourge Hooks. Additionally, Scourge Hooks will now grant 10, 15, 20% faster entity progression, but only if the killer is not within 24 meters. In addition to Calm Spirit's current effects, you can now open chests and cleanse and bless totems silently, albeit at 40, 35, and 30% reduced speed. Saboteur. After months of study, saboteurs can now identify Scourge Hooks. Their auras are shown in yellow when the survivor is being carried. Use this information to your advantage to prevent Scourge Hook perks from being activated. Botany Knowledge now increases healing speed by 30, 40, and 50%, which is up from 11, 22, and 33%. Off the Record. Upon being unhooked, gain the Endurance status effect for 60, 70, and 80 seconds. The Endurance effect is lost upon performing a conspicuous action. While this is a lengthy Endurance effect, any game progression action will cancel it prematurely, making it purely for evading the killer after being unhooked. Lucky Break. This perk is great for escaping a chase, but the effect quickly runs out. We're giving survivors a way to recharge Lucky Break. Each second spent healing another survivor increases Lucky Break's duration by 1 second. The total time cannot exceed the starting duration. Pharmacy used to guarantee an emergency med kit the first time you searched a chest, which you'd either hope nobody takes before you need it or hide in a far-off corner like a med kit goblin. Now, Pharmacy will activate whenever you're injured, guaranteeing an emergency med kit when you search a chest. This effect can happen multiple times in one trial. Good luck stealing my med kit now, Meg. Soul Survivor. In addition to hiding your aura, Soul Survivor will now increase your generator repair speed by 75% and your exit gate and hatch action speeds by 50%. These effects are only active when you are the last survivor standing. Distortion. For those of you who like to stay hidden, we've added a way to regain distortion tokens. Gain 1 token for every 30 seconds spent within the killer's terror radius. In addition to Lightweight's existing effects, your scratch marks will be more sporadic, making you harder to track. Your scratch marks will also fade 5, 4, and 3 seconds sooner, up from 1, 2, and 3. Deja Vu. To help survivors power the 3 closest generators, Deja Vu will now grant a 5% repair speed bonus to the revealed generators. No One Left Behind. Beyond its current effects, No One Left Behind will grant a 7% movement speed bonus to any survivors you unhook. Additionally, the perk now activates when the gates are powered rather than opened. We've changed the way Dark Sense works. When a generator is powered, Dark Sense activates. The next time the killer comes within 24 meters of you, their aura is revealed for 5, 7, and 10 seconds. Dark Sense then deactivates. Tenacity. In addition to the current effect, Tenacity now reduces your grunts of pain by 75% when in a dying state. Combined with the increased crawling speed, this perk will now be much more effective in crawling away from the killer. Hope is great for those who like to make late game saves, but the limited duration can cause it to expire at an inconvenient time. Since this perk is only useful at the end of the match, we've removed the duration entirely. Overzealous. In its current state, cleansing a totem grants you a repair speed bonus of 6, 7, and 8%. Now that bonus doubles if you are cleansing a hex totem. We're gonna live forever. Much like barbecue and chili, this perk features a massive blood point bonus. We do not want blood points to dictate which perks are used, so we have removed the bonus blood points from We're Gonna Live Forever. This change will release at the same time as the progression overhaul, which is expected to cut the grind by about 75%, with matchmaking incentives providing an additional avenue for blood points. Additionally, actions that previously granted a token will now activate the perk's secondary effect. While active, healing a survivor from the dying state grants the endurance effect for 6, 8, and 10 seconds. The secondary effect of We're Gonna Live Forever then deactivates. So what's your favorite perk change and what's your least favorite perk change? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can catch my next upload. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch so we can talk about all these changes coming to Dead by Daylight. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. We'll see you on the next one.